today I'm going to talk a little bit about this old blanket which I use to make a coat for my bushcraft activities. I've been willing to make myself a blanket coat for a while now. And I've been watching some videos on YouTube, and a lot of you guys are making wool blanket coats, which is great. So actually I have a blanket which is made out of wool, and it is 100% wool, but I don't want to cut it because first, here in Brazil it's very difficult to get a 100% wool blanket like the one I have, which was given to me as a present by a good friend from YouTube. So I don't really want to cut it and waste it. So instead of cutting my wool blanket, I got this other blanket which is 100% acrylic or nylon, I don't know. But it is really warm, maybe not as warm as wool, but it is, for Brazil it is perfect. And I decided to make myself a coat out of that blanket rather than using my wool blanket. For that I used the wool blanket obviously, plus scissors, a needle, and wax thread, and some leather which I use for the buttons here. But I'll talk about it, and you'll get the chance to see what it is in detail in a while. As you can see, my blanket coat has a collar here, right? And it has the finishing all around it, which is wax thread, like I said before. You can see it on the pockets here on the fist, all around it, all the way around. And it is a reversible coat. You can wear the gray side on, like I'm doing here, or the striped side, which I'll show later. Then you can fold this part here of the sleeve and create this effect here, which is cool. The threading goes all around it, and it has the finishing too, and that's how the leaves are attached to the body by these threads here. So it's really cool. So it has a button here on this side and another button here on the other side. Because it is a reversible coat, I have to be careful about how I was going to attach the pockets, since I wanted my coat to have pockets. So I decided to have one pocket, one upper pocket here on my chest, and two down pockets where I could actually case my hand, I could shelter my hand when it's cold. By doing this, I wanted the two sides to have the same distribution of pockets. So what I did is I sewed all the pockets on the other side in a way that regardless what color, what side I'm wearing, I'll have the same distribution of pockets here. If I have objects which I'm not using all the time, I can actually store them in the inner pockets here, and they will be there. And I can spare the outer pockets for my hands or for objects which I'm using more often. The same goes for the upper pocket here, but that gives me the inner pocket here, which has easy access, and I can store stuff like the keys I have here now. And I think that's just a good idea to have all these pockets here, especially with the inner pocket, which has easy access. That makes it for a better coat. As for the buttons here on this coat, I decided for 4 buttons, one down here at the bottom, one at the line of my waist, one here right in the middle of my chest, and one upper button here close to my neck, because by having this distribution here, I can actually trap the air, which will be warmed by my body heat, and this will keep me warm too. The button, as you can see, it's very simple. It's just a piece of leather that was cut and sewed to the coat. I had to be careful that I would put the finishing here too, all around this cut, because if I didn't do that, pretty soon I'm pretty sure I would have problems to do my buttons here to close my coat. When I first finished my coat, I noticed that the sleeves, they were straight down here, and the opening at the end here was too wide. I was losing too much warm air by this opening here. So I had to redo the sleeves by narrowing down them a little bit so that the end of them would be tighter to my fist, helping me to trap the air. And I did the same. Obviously with the two of them, this way it's much better. So that's what the coat looks like on the other side with the stripes on. It is actually really cool. You have the same pocket distribution up here, internal pocket, and the two down pockets. And it's really simple. The thing here is the tip here is folded, so it has the gray, this gray part here, and the color. I can use it like this, or I can change it and use it like this here. So it's really simple. You know, it's a very nice option for people who like bushcraft. It's not really expensive. You don't have to be a really genius to make it. It's just a matter of having a blanket, scissors, needle and thread, and then you work it out. I might show how I made it on another video, but I just really wanted to show you guys what it looks like and some details about it. Another detail about this coat is that I have the possibility to roll down the sleeve all the way down like this. And by doing this, I have more room to shelter my hands in. And by doing this, I can even put them in my pockets here, and I'll be nice and warm. But when I'm working and doing the stuff, you know, especially stuff that require my hands, I'll just roll down the sleeve like this, always exposing the inner side to create this contrast, which I dig. I really think it's cool. Now the main reason why I made this coat is because it is part of a project which I am working on, which has to do with you making all of your gear. You know, it's basically you're going to make everything that you're going to use in the bush, and I'm going to associate that with a historical background. I'm going to insert it, I'm going to put it in a context, in a historical context that actually happened here in Brazil, and I think it's going to be really nice. You'll get to know about it as I keep on with the project, but for now that's all I want to show you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video on my blanket coat, and please hit the like button down there to help our work. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it now so you keep up with all the videos and all the information that I'm posting here from Central Brazil. Well, this was Juliano Toniolo from Brazil, and I'll see you in the bonus.